manual out again. The next thing I want to do is I want to replace all the points and condensers on what's called the stator. Now the stator, let me zoom in for you so you know what I'm talking about. The stator is mounted on the left hand side of the bike. It's got 3 sets of points going round and 3 sets of condensers. And on each one is a little window with a timing mark that you line up. Now it's crucial that obviously that timing mark here lines up with the LUN on here, and when it does you can be confident that it's all lined up correctly, because off of that, that's what you set your points gap to. Now I've never actually checked this, I've always just used the mark and lined it up. But there is a way you can do it by getting yourself what's called a dial gauge. Which is one of these gauges I have in the picture here, or the photo, or the video here, which is one of these gauges I have here. And then what you do is, using an adapter that you screw in place of the spark plug, you put this down here, and then you move the piston to a certain position, and then you back it off, I think it's 2.3 mil or something, and then the marks should line up. If the marks don't line up, you turn the stator round, because that is where you want the mark, and it tells you whether the marks on the stator have ever gone out of alignment or been played about with, and I don't know. So to set good timing, I want to do that. I'm going to stick with the points and the condensers, because I never had a lot of problems with those in the past. I know people on forums have said, oh yeah, no, you've got to have electronic ignition. You haven't. And there's also a bonus of not having, or a benefit of not having electronic ignition. If you're out on the road and your bike packs up, you can replace the points and you can replace a condenser to get yourself up and running again and be on your way, if it's the ignition system. If your electronic ignition packs up, you can't repair that at all. You are off-road at that point. No matter where you are, you're off-road. Now, as you'll see from one of my very early videos, I had part of the ignition system. I had an ignition coil pack up. So I replaced it and got myself back on the road. If my electronic ignition packs up, I can't replace it. I can't work on it. The system is dead. You need a new system. So that's why I'm sticking with points and condensers. So I'm going to do this exercise, and we're going to put this down into the spark plug adapter, and then we're going to adjust it all up. Now, I haven't got the spark plug adapter piece that screws in where the spark plug sits. I've looked all around and you can't buy them, you can't get them. So what we're going to do as part of this video is I'm going to show you how to make one from a spark plug and use that as part of this test. So let's get to the garage and we'll start to strip the spark plug down, and I'll show you what we're making. One last thing, the gauge comes with 3 different length rods that fit onto here to give you the depth you need. I didn't know what depth I need, so I made sure I got this gauge and it came with the 3 rods. So one of these is going to fit, so I'm covered no matter what depth I'm going down. So as per usual, I'll put details of everything used at the end of the video, prices and where I got it from as well. So first thing we've got to do is remove the little tang on the spark plug. So all I'm going to do is just get a hacksaw, cut the thing off. I'll do that now. Right, that's gone. So the next thing that you need to do is on the spark plug itself, there's this little ring here. You can see what I'm pointing to here. I've got to hacksaw into that and prise that off. So let me start cutting into there, see if we can get rid of that bit now. So it's this piece here that we want out. You might really want a bigger hacksaw than what I've got. Typical. Right, I'll go back to my other one. Right, let me finish this. Well, just laying on the bench, right in front of where I'm working, there's another hacksaw blade. So, waste not, want not, as they say. Perfect. Oh dear. Right, I might go and get a screwdriver and hammer it down in there. Got a flat bladed one here. Let's see if we can just hammer it there and break the seal. Let me get a hammer. Well, improvising, I've managed to find a piece of wood. Which does seem to be allowing me to bend this up, but it hasn't broken. So I'll come through there. I'll help it on its way. Let's see it resist now. Resistance is futile. There it goes. Right. It's broken that bit. Ah, there's still a bit attached, although if I hammer down in there, no, the rest of it isn't moving. How annoying. Look. So let's chase the end of that ring. See if I can knock that out with this screwdriver. I was thinking it was like a ring that we could just hit, come out. I think I'd probably need a better hammer really, but let's give it a couple of whacks. Just hit the light. Oh, it's moving. It looks to be moving. Well, I think it's actually moving. Let's bend this side up. Get round there. Let me get some knocks on this side. Are we actually making a dent in it? Yeah, it seems to be shifting round that side, but it's not coming out. So maybe I'm going to have to hacksaw it all the way round them. That's a pain in the backside. Right, let me get on with that. So I'll cut quite a way round, and using a combination of extreme force and mindless violence, seem to be making some inroads. That's pretty much off all the way round. One little bit left on the top now. Don't think I can chisel that off. I think I'm going to have to cut that, which is going to be a bit of a pain because that's quite a fine bit to cut. I'll just get it right in the end of the vise. Oh, I'll give that one last little hacksaw. In theory, I should be all off and ready to go. I don't know how to snap this blade. Right, I think it's time for a bit of extreme force and mindless violence. And there it goes. Right. So that band is now completely removed. So what we need to do now is carefully clamp this into the vise. Not tight, just so it can move. And then I need to find a little punch, and what we've got to do is we've got to hammer straight down the middle on the electrode poking out here and knock that out the centre of the spark plug. Let me see if I can go and find a punch. Well, you normally need a full guy, and in this instance it's going to be a drill bit. It's moving. It's not coming out. I'll need to put something around there because I know what's going to happen. I'm going to end up whacking my fingers to death here. Has it moved? No, it hasn't moved. Well, it looks like it's unseated. Right, we're going to have to get a bit violent with it. I wonder if I could hold that with a pair of scissors. Keep my hands out of the way. And then get really violent with it. Once that goes, it's going to go down all the way. Aha! Now that's nice. Yep, it's moving. Look at that. Oh, no, it's not moving. It's breaking off. Oh, crap. Holy crap. God. Why are you not coming out? Oh, Jesus. Gosh, Ruth. Let me go and get some pliers. Couldn't find any pliers, but I found me metal snips which might hold it. I don't know. They're not even any better. Come on, just come out. I'll have to go and get a pair of pliers. I've got to have a pair. Right, so the electrode's out the middle. There's my piece. I had to go and get another plug. I mullered the other one. So what I need to do is run the angle grinder across the top here just to straighten that off. Then we've got a perfect plug. I need to just put it to touch onto there as well. Get rid of that lump so it doesn't damage any of the threads. We are good to go. Nice. Then we can drop that down in there. I've now got to look at how I'm going to get my gauge to sit inside there. And what I've been wondering is if I could find like a little socket or something and drop that in there with a little hole, drill it and then glue it in. So we'll have a look at that, but yeah, we've got the adapter. And there's the plug that came out, the B9HS. Just hit on the electrode and it came straight out, so that was really good. And that's the surface the flap disc produces. Lovely. So we've just got that bottom bit to do now. There's the bottom, all looking good. So we're finished. So here's the finished article, all nicely done. And then what I did is I managed to buy a proper sized bush off of Fleabay that fits in there, which I'm going to glue in so it doesn't move. Then you can drop the spindle in there when it's screwed in. And it sits there and you can take your measurements. Perfect. Hope you enjoyed that. I'm not going to do the timing now, as I said at the intro. I'm not near there at the moment. I'm still doing other bits and pieces, but I will do a video when I do the timing using this that we've made. But well pleased with how that turned out. As I say, you can't buy these, so just make your own. And I'll put all details of the little bush and everything up on the internet, and then you can make your own if you want to. But it'll work for any bike that's got points and things on it, so it's not just for Kawasaki triples.